We have seen the three factors that are required to have awareness, and an awareness which has a factual statement attached to it is different from a value judgment attached to it. When a factual judgment is attached to it, it becomes a fact. When you attach a value, right or wrong, good or bad, it becomes an ethical one. Three factors required for this basic knowledge on which we base our daily life for science and also ethics, morals, and philosophy. The basis, as I said, is knowledge. But the knowledge, in its rudimentary form, without any of these frills of facts or values, is only awareness. To be aware of something, one has to have three factors. One is the one who perceives. Number two, the perceived. What exactly are you seeing or hearing or touching? That is the perceived. And there is a connection. The perceiver, the perceived, and there is a connection. Only then the knowledge will exist. Now, what are the qualities through which we know about the object, through which we know what the object as such? Fundamentally, we know the objects because of the attributes, because of the qualities associated with them, because of the qualities we think we have in them. If we are looking at a rose, the thought that immediately comes to our mind, it is rose in color, it has a certain shape, it has some special fragrance, right? Now I would like to slightly digress further for people to think. Probably you would have found elderly people looking at something or trying to say something. I said, I'm about to say something, but I'm unable to fix what it is. I'm unable to say the name. And similarly, they see somebody and then say that I just can't recollect your face, but I know, I think I have seen you somewhere, but it is somewhere here. I am unable to do it. What exactly is that? What exactly? But I know I think I have seen you somewhere, but you are very, very talkative and you are very outgoing and everything is fine. I know you are a very nice man. But the name doesn't come, it comes a little later. When it occurs to people try to dismiss it off, saying that it is senility you are forgetting. Even among youth, even among children, even if they know something, sometimes they are not in a position to recollect things. They say, not it's the question of recollecting, not exactly assigning a reason. Even for a youngster, say in the age group of 25 to 35, they say, I know this, but just wait, let me recollect. Now I'll talk about what recollection as memory is about. Now, there is a message of philosophy in this, in concept formation, because we assign a name to a group of qualities, then we call it as such. For example, when we are looking at a rose, we see the rose color, some fragrance associated with it, and the references which we have seen in some places are the references which we have studied about. The taken all these together to recollect, our mind gives it a name, just as a folder. It has got a folder. Let us see, our mind is a folder. Yeah, I mean, it's a CPU. It receives the information. Now, for future reference, it marks saying that, okay, this folder is flower. Let us say flower. Flower is something which comes in the plants. We use it, we see in the forest. Now, what sort of flower is that? Flower, the mind generally ascribes some qualities to flowers. Then, to differentiate flowers, it makes jasmine, rose, etc. So many flowers are there. Some specific qualities associated with a specific flower, which means you have one point is that the general qualities associated with the flower. Your mind makes a note of it. Then again, it applies to a certain flower and then says it is a particular flower. For instance, if you are looking at a rose, you say it is a rose. But your mind, a lot of activities take place before. Number one, the concept is formed in the mind. After which, the concept is being transferred into your thought, the process. In the process involved is the language in which you are going to say. That is communication. So, in any speech or any awareness, you have three stages. One is the basic awareness of what something out there. Then you are identifying it in an effort to communicate. So, concept, again, the attempt to identify, and the third is you are expressing it through a particular language. Those three aspects are involved. Now, in these three aspects also, mind has certain other functions. One is first thing is it forms a general frame of reference, in this case as applicable to flowers. So certain qualities it ascribes to flowers. If I see this thing, this is a flower. You go to a forest, you see something, you say it looks like a flower, so flower. But immediately, if it is not already referred to in your brain, if you are not become aware of that something which is new, your mind starts checking up its folders. And immediately, so no, I don't have. Then you immediately ask somebody, what is this flower? They give you certain qualities of this flower. Then your mind makes a note of it and immediately classifies it. So, what happens in the case of a single case of identification of a thought or an object? As I said earlier, an object essentially exists as an idea or a thought in your mind. So, what happens is, what the mind does is, it has formed one frame of reference which has qualities, attributes A, B, C, D, 4, 5. A, B, C, D, E, F. It has certain. Then it sees something and then it immediately says, oh, this belongs to this group I have already classified. It appeals to, it actually tells A, B, C, D, E. So this must be a flower. One option. Second is no, it's not there. So immediately it leaves the folder, flower folder, and goes to another folder. It is a fruit. Then it refers to that. Depending on what your senses, what you perceive, your mind classifies them and assigns them a name. That is, in short, the mind forms certain frame of reference, specific certain frame of reference for a certain group of things, events or objects, and it files it with itself. Then when you come across something new, it refers back to what it already had, and immediately recognizes accept. In the case of a rose flower, the mind already has a frame of reference containing certain qualities generally prevalent in flowers. Then it applies to a specific thing which you are seeing and it finds, okay, we have already seen this as a rose. So this is a rose. So how does it come about? Let us see in the coming videos.